Hi, Grace Cathedral family. I'm Mary Carter Greene, coming to you with a Grace at Home installment from one of my garden beds. I wanted to talk a little today about the idea of Lent and growth. So about 25 years ago, someone said something to me that has stayed with me, that just so perplexed me that I've continued to chew on it for a long time. It informs our discussion today. I was learning something new, and I was talking to him about it, and I said, I'm trying really hard, and I'm not having that much success. And he said something so odd. He said, so why would you do something? Why would you do anything that you're not good at? And I was stunned. And I thought, well, growth potential. You do something you're not good at because of growth potential, because there's room to move toward it, lots of room in some cases. And this garden bed is an example of room to grow for me. So I had these built last year, and I thought, well, let's build them pretty high because, well, I don't want to have to bend over very far to have to do the gardening. I mean, how much work do I want to do? So what I didn't realize was how much soil it was going to require to fill a 3.5 foot high bed. So growth potential achieved, and there's a little bit of learning that's not going to have to be repeated next time I build a garden bed. So we've got some nice greens for stir frying, some spinach, some lettuce growing, and in another bed I have some other winter vegetables and some onions growing. So I'm excited about that growth, and I'm excited about trying something new, even when it doesn't always go perfectly. And to tell you the truth, I think that perspective is informed by our Christian story, and especially during Lent, it makes me think about the role of growth and attention to the process as opposed to necessarily the outcome as a Lenten discipline. In popular academic culture, there's a lot of discussion about the idea of the open mindset or the growth mindset, and Carol Dweck coined this term. And it's the idea that, well, if you have a closed mindset and you say, well, I can't do that, well, you're right, you won't do that. But with an open mindset or a growth mindset, you allow yourself the opportunity to move closer toward that goal or closer toward that objective. And I think in a way that's what our Lenten practice can be about. It can be an opportunity for us to quiet down, to establish new patterns, to do so with the knowledge that God's grace is there for us, with the open-heartedness, the open-mindedness, the growth potential that God is always presenting for us, and that culminates in that Easter Day celebration. So I don't know if God intends for me to be a gardener. I don't know what God has in mind for you. But I do believe that our Christian message and this time during Lent is one where we can let go of the kind of judgment and recrimination for lack of perfection, and rather reach for the opening that God lays before us, the growth and potential in our spiritual lives that manifests itself in an Easter life. So I send you every blessing this Lent. I pray for growth and your knowledge of God's grace in all growth potential.